Hey, warrior, yeah, you, the one who's tired of feeling stuck. You've tried fixing your life, reading books, watching motivational videos, setting goals, trying to think positive, but nothing sticks for long. One man loses his job and collapses. He blames the economy, curses his boss, and falls into self-pity. Another man loses the same job and uses it as a trigger. He wakes up earlier, sharpens his skills, and reinvents his life. Same event, completely different reactions. Why? Because it's not life that breaks you. It's your mindset that lets it. That's why Stoicism matters now more than ever. In this loud, chaotic world full of excuses and distractions, Stoicism reminds you of one thing. You are the one in control. Not your emotions, not society, not your past. Fixing your life doesn't start with your job or your money. It starts with your mind. Fix your mind and everything else follows. But what you're about to hear isn't gentle self-help talk. These are brutal truths. They'll punch your ego and tear your comfort apart. They're not for the soft-hearted. They're for the ones who are sick of being stuck, sick of breaking down every time life hurts. If that's you, you're in the right place. So before we begin, say this in your mind: I will no longer live at the mercy of my emotions. And if you're serious about fixing your mind, subscribe, because every rule from here on will reshape the way you think. Let's begin. Rule 1. Stop negotiating with your weakness. Marcus Aurelius said, "You must build your life action by action." Your biggest mistake is thinking you can bargain with your weakness. You say things like, "Just 5 more minutes. I'll start tomorrow. It's not that bad." But every time you negotiate with weakness, weakness wins. And when it wins often enough, it becomes who you are. The strongest version of you isn't lost. It's buried under years of comfort, excuses, and emotional indulgence. You can't fix your life if you keep folding every time you feel tired, lonely, or bored. The Stoics knew peace doesn't come from comfort. It comes from discipline. So the next time your alarm rings, rise like a warrior. When anxiety hits, breathe, don't escape. When temptation whispers, hold the line. You'll never fix your life until you kill the version of you that keeps making excuses. There is no greatness without sacrifice. There is no strong mind without confrontation. Every "not today" becomes a victory for your soul. Rule 2. Control your reactions or be controlled by them. Epictetus said, "It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." 2 people hear the same insult. One laughs it off, the other obsesses for weeks. The difference? The first controls his reaction. The second is enslaved by it. Every time you overthink, explode, or spiral, you give away your power. The world can't control you unless you hand it the keys through your reaction. When triggered, take 1 breath before responding. Ask yourself, what part of this can I actually control? If the answer is nothing external, then the battle is inside. Peace doesn't mean being passive. It means becoming unshakable. It means understanding that your response is your responsibility. The one who masters his reactions becomes untouchable. He cannot be manipulated. He cannot be provoked, because he has already conquered himself. Rule 3. Do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." You already know what to do. Wake up earlier. Stop wasting time. Cut toxic people. Be consistent. You know it, but you don't do it. Why? Because it's hard. Because your emotions scream louder than your purpose. The Stoics didn't wait to feel ready. They trained their minds to expect resistance. Discomfort was their gym. Every hard moment was an opportunity to sharpen the soul. The weak wait for motivation. The strong rely on discipline. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. Each time you act when you don't feel like it, you prove to yourself that emotion is not your master. You choose the pain of discipline now or the pain of regret later. Either way, you suffer, but only one builds you. Rule 4. Cut the noise and master your focus. Seneca said, "If you are everywhere, you are nowhere." The modern world is a battlefield for your attention. Notifications, opinions, gossip, endless scrolling. You cannot fix your life if your mind is scattered. Protect your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. Cut the noise, block distractions, work in silence. Give your full attention to what matters. A focused person is dangerous. He builds, he leads, he endures. Your ability to change your life depends on your ability to focus your mind. Rule 5. Stop seeking approval. Marcus Aurelius said, "We love ourselves more than other people, but we care more about their opinions than our own." Let that sink in. You say you want to grow, but you shrink the moment people judge you. You want freedom, but you chain yourself to opinions. The truth is, the more you rise, the more resistance you'll face, not just from enemies, but from those closest to you. Your discipline will expose their laziness. Your courage will mirror their fear. That's not your problem. The Stoic doesn't seek applause. He seeks alignment with virtue. Approval is a cage. Purpose is freedom. You don't need anyone to understand your path. Walk it alone if you must, because the road to greatness is always walked alone. Rule 6. Silence is power. Epictetus said, "Let silence be your general rule. The more you talk, the more power you leak. The more you react, the more control you lose. In a world addicted to noise, silence is rebellion. Speak less, observe more, let others shout their insecurities into the void. You listen, think, move strategically. Not every comment needs a response. Not every insult needs a defense. Real power moves quietly. Let your silence speak louder than your words ever could." Rule 7. Own your mistakes without shame. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction." Everyone fails. The weak hide. The strong take responsibility. You cannot rise if you refuse to face the truth about who you are. Admit your faults. Don't drown in guilt. Use it as fuel. Every scar is a lesson. Every setback is a teacher. Stop rewriting your past to protect your ego. Own it completely. The moment you do, the healing begins. Rule 8. Discomfort is your teacher. Epictetus said, "Don't hope that events will turn out the way you want. Welcome them as they happen. Stop running from discomfort. Every moment of pain, failure, or uncertainty is not punishment, it's preparation." The Stoics didn't chase comfort. They chased strength. You can't grow muscle without resistance. You can't grow character without hardship. Discomfort is where growth hides. Sit with it. Ask, what is this moment trying to teach me? Every heartbreak, every loss, every rejection, all of it shapes you if you let it. Rule 9. Discipline is greater than motivation. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom doesn't come from doing what you want. It comes from doing what you must, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation fades when life gets heavy. Discipline keeps moving through the storm. Build systems. Create routines. Do it daily, whether or not you feel inspired. True freedom is the ability to command yourself. The man who masters discipline no longer waits for mood or luck. He simply acts. That is real power. Rule 10. Stop living in your head. Live in alignment with your actions. Marcus Aurelius said, Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one thinking doesn't change your life. Action does. You can quote Stoicism all day, but if your actions don't match your words, it means nothing. A Stoic doesn't talk about peace. He practices it. He doesn't post about discipline. He lives it when no one is watching. When your values and your actions match, you create inner peace. That's alignment. That's power. Don't chase perfection. Chase consistency. Every small action that matches your values strengthens your identity. From now on, ask yourself one question before every choice. What would the strongest version of me do right now? Then do that. Let your actions speak louder than your mouth. Let your consistency replace your need for applause. Let your quiet alignment make you untouchable. When your actions and values unite, you become dangerous. Not to others, but to your own weakness. You've now heard 10 brutal Stoic rules that can fix your life. They're not feel-good phrases, they're weapons. If you apply them, truly apply them, you'll stop being a victim of your emotions and your environment. You'll stop handing your peace to people who don't deserve it. You'll stop being controlled by the noise of the world. You will become calm. You will become grounded. You will become unshakable. The Stoics didn't aim to be emotionless. They aimed to be powerful despite emotion. Not perfect, but aligned. Not loud, but solid. This path isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. But it's the only path that leads to real strength, self-respect, and peace. Fix your mind. Fix your life. The blueprint is ancient. The action is modern. The choice is yours. Say it once more in your heart. I fix my mind. I fix my life.